Hi Angela. Um, this took me some time to go through because you have a lot of stuff. But I'm glad you got down from 750 to 500. Uh, I think some images work better than others. I think you have some stronger ones on your faves contact sheet, um, and there were some that I really liked on the main contact sheet, but I think that you picked most of them out and put them on the faves one. I'll do my best with this because when you present me with too much choice, it's really hard for me as well to figure it all out. So I did like this image, but there was another one on the faves which I thought was stronger. I think it was on here. This one I thought because the reflection is more noticeable and obscuring her a little bit more. I also really liked this one a lot, um, and would have liked to have seen this in the final 12. So out of these newer mannequin ones, these are the two that I would select. I still like this one. I think it's a good solid image. Um, this one I think works fairly well. I actually liked it better on the contact sheet than I do here. If you have to lose one, this would be one that I would probably take out. It's not a bad image, but there's other ones that I like better. Um, Likewise, this one. Um, I think it's not a bad image, but I think you have better ones. I think that this one works well, and I do like this one. I think it's really interesting, especially with the house reflection in it. I thought that this one was really strong, as well as this one and this one. I think that this one's really interesting with the motion around it. And I love this stick one. It's probably one of my favourites out of all of them. This tree one also works very well. And so jumping over to the faves, thanks for showing me how these ones were done because I had no clue. I really like them, but I just don't know that they necessarily fit. I'm just going to jump up into full screen mode. So this was the one that you included. I actually think I like this one better. Or even this one, but I feel like it needs to be lightened up if you're going to use it. This one I still think is interesting. I'm not fully convinced by it, to be honest, so I don't know that I'd put it in, but there's something about it that's interesting. I see what you mean about taking out the geometric ones. I think they're good, but because the work is changing a little bit. This one I keep coming back to over and over. I really like this image. I think that I would include that. I like the original that you put in, which was this one, but this one's so different than anything else that you've got that I think that you should include that one. Let's see, so I'm just looking at, whoops, I didn't mean to go that far into it. Now you included this one, I believe. I also like the framing of this one. These ones that are framed actually within the puddle. And so that may be one that you could also consider including. If it's already in there, I apologise. I'm obviously looking at hundreds of these between the contact sheets, and so sometimes I forget what I've just looked at. So I talked about these two, which I think are strong. And I was really curious about this one. I'm just not sure about the crop, but it may work. I'm just not sure that it's going to look as good as the final photo, so I'm going to say no to that one. So this one, I really liked some of these. I know that you had ones with the trees, moving in the water. I thought this was a really strong image, and I would include it. Bridge is kind of a pain for doing this kind of work on. I don't know why it's giving me a headache now. It wasn't earlier. Because I was wondering about this one, or even this one. But I think if you have this one in there, maybe too much to add this one in. And then this one here. Oh, I wasn't doing this earlier. I don't know why it's giving me grief. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just going to have to do it like that. So this one I also think is one that has potential to be put in there. And even this one. You've got definitely more images than you're probably going to be able to use. I'm not sure what the final image count is. Let me just check on that. So you're supposed to keep it at 12. I'm tempted to say between 12 and 20. I can see why they're giving, like to keep a minimum image number of 12, maximum of 20, so that you can bring in some of these other really strong images. The Lightroom processing, if you've had to do any, all looks good on these. I don't think there's much else that you have to do other than edit them and choose which ones that you're going to keep. I just want to jump across to the previous ones. So these new images are so much stronger. I still like that one, but I think the one on the whole is going to work better. You've taken out quite a few of these. So yeah, you've only kept in 2 from that one. And it's interesting, that you have so many stronger images now. So I would just go with the edit that I suggested. You may have to cut it down a little bit more because I could have selected over 20, and I don't want you to put in more than 20. And then just do any more changes that you might need to do. I don't know why it's written in there that I'm going to sequence these, because I really can't sequence until I see the final edits on these. So, that's not going to be possible. But, you can figure out a sequence and, think about how those mannequins are going to fit into it, because I think that's going to be your hardest thing, is you're going from images directly of nature to ones which are clearly not of nature. I'd be sad to see the mannequins come out, but it may be that they have to, and that you just keep the images as reflections of nature. So, consider that as something that you might need to do with the work. But this is a really good move forward this week.